so what are we doing to close the racial wealth gap? How do we make that part of our metrics for success inside of different organizations? And one way that we've done this, and I think it's really instructive in terms of kind of the economic democracy framework, right? We're not saying let's not continue to do all the things around individual home ownership in the traditional ways, but we're also open up the doors to things like community land trusts. And community land trust, the very first community land trust in the United States was actually in Albany, Georgia, as part of the former sharecroppers who got land and owned it collectively and said, we're going to do this for farming and also home ownership. The next one that's actually very successful was in Dudley Street in Boston. And they were actually able to get, in that moment, in the early 1980s, the city government to use eminent domain to purchase land to put it into a community land trust where they did affordable home ownership. And could the community and representation from a diverse group of people in the neighborhood were able to help dictate like the terms on which home ownership would happen in this neighborhood. And that's part of like a larger framing of like also how we do worker-owned cooperatives. So if you're not familiar with the drivers co-op, like to prop them up a lot because these are drivers who have left Lyft and Uber because they were getting taken advantage of, same extractive economy, and started their own worker-owned cooperative because this is going to allow livery car drivers to build wealth in a way that they wouldn't inside the existing framework. You can download the app, it's called Drivers Co-op, it's an easy thing you can do. So how are we supporting, right? Are we giving our extra money to Lyft and Uber? If you don't know what I mean, this works maybe more and more in New York City, but not, I don't know, not everybody in Westchester has a car, right? It's true, or you take a cab.
So let me just jump in just because the interest of time, we're coming up on our time, so I want to give Brian an opportunity.
Yes, go for it.
Brian, where do we go from here?
Sure. So